No.
Oh, sorry, I started your recording.
Amazon.
Okay. Okay, everybody. Thank you for being here. And tonight we're going to discuss GROK, how to get there, and some little tips. And we're going to explore some of the benefits that GROK has that we can benefit from.
I guess so. What is grok? I hear you talking on this grokky thing, but what is it?
Yes.
Yeah, I
And
don't
we
know what
had,
grok is either.
and Mario has a great definition, if he can spew it out
It's
for us.
AI introduced by Elon Musk.
And they're doing that today.
Yes, indeed. It is an AI tool.
And before anybody says anything, and I don't care if you believe it or agree with his political views or not, the product works really good for us. So
What works really good?
AI,
What we're
Grok, you
talking
mean?
about tonight.
yeah,
Grok, it's an
grok,
AI.
Oh,
G R O,
Grok. Okay,
yeah,
Grok.
GROK. It's an AI
GR.
agent.
Okay. So,
V. You said V is in Victor, right?
Listen,
no.
George, GRO,
G is in
George Romeo Oscar King.
You
Kilo.
could
Got
try
it.
to look for
Grok.
Grok, but I don't know if that would get you in. But all right, Grok. Okay, Grok is a great tool for all kinds of stuff. You can throw a lot of stuff at it. You can utilize it for work. You can utilize it for just messing around. You can utilize it for pictures and turn them into a cartoon. So a lot of different things you can do with Grok. A lot of tools on Grok to explore and utilize. But I'm gonna tonight kind of go through it, show how we can utilize it from the start, and how we, once it's generated, how we can navigate it. And then once we navigate into it, I'm also going to show you that the best way I've found for reading what Grok put out there for me, and for me to be able to manipulate it and then put it back in and maybe change it some more, is by utilizing Word alongside. So I'll copy and paste it into a Word doc, and I can go through it and make my adjustments. Correct? Go back into Grok, regenerate Grok to a whole new question, throw it in there, and give it some more direction so that I can do even more with a document.
It's
If
a
I want to.
So one thing I found, and this is just me, is with any AI tool, like there's Grok, there's Gemini, there's Copilot by Microsoft as well, and then of course there's ChatGTP. I found that basically you might start out with an initial prompt saying, "Hey, I want to know X, Y, Z," but then if it doesn't give you exactly what you want, you can then further define kind of what you're looking for. And as you get into more detail, it will get you a more detailed answer.
Correct. But we're not going to go too deep into that. We'll let you guys play with that from when you get a little bit more what do you call it, comfortable into going into it. And now I find the app is a little easier to navigate if you actually sign up, which is just a email and a password, and it's not for anything mischievous. It's just for copyright
It's like
stuff.
it's like anything else. When
Mm.
you sign up for something online these days, and you're wanting to use an application, ChatGTP does it, Gemini does it, Copilot
And
does it. You got to
and
sign
the
up with.
big reason behind it is they're going to utilize it to make their product better. All right. So I'm going to share my screen.
Watch along. Woohoo!
Screen share. Press F6 to switch between open Zoom windows. Screen sharing meeting controls. Share preview double blank. Participant can now see your screen.
Okay, can you hear my screen?
Blank.
Yes.
Blank.
I hear your screen.
Original
Okay.
size. Click quote original size.
Quick original size. Maximize it. Okay.
Well, before you kind of explain, like what you're getting ready to
So
explain to them.
To get into Grok, what do
Mis-
you say there?
yeah, before you get into the grok, right?
Uh-huh.
Uh, tell them what your initial thoughts was when I told you about it, and then kind of what you discovered as you first was learning.
My initial thoughts and my first time going into it, didn't like it all that much. Uh, thought it'd just be more of another tool to give me more headaches and more work. And actually going into it and utilizing it, actually, yes, it's a little more work, but it's actually a tool that actually makes things easier on me. So this is something I'm going to incorporate into my own work now for write-ups and stuff. Because it can, my vocabulary is not the best in the world, right? And when you have to write up a nice paper for company or business, my kind of vocabulary is not probably the vocabulary you want to be using. So when you use Grok, you can put it in there, tell it to jazz it up, make it more professional or presentable, and it will do it. Now, when it does it in certain formats. You can always make it adjustments by tweaking in lettering, saying I would rather have less bullets, or I rather have bullets, or I rather have numbers instead of bullets, or letters instead of bullets. You know, those kind of things you can add to it. It will adjust. If you get something typed up and you're not quite liking all the information it's giving you, you can do like Jerry said, do a deep thought. So it'll do a deeper search on all the information that it's looking for to do the write-up for you. You can also make the Grok create lesson plans for you. Now, I recommend you run through the lesson plans before you actually go and try them out with a group, because sometimes it's not all correct. It can make mistakes. And with that, I'm going to show Lester, how do you think we're going to open up Grok? Do we go, hey Alexa, or do we say, hey Jerry?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey Jerry, can you pause the recording real second? Give me 5 minutes, guys. Something came up.
Yep. Give me. I will get you. Pause.
You're
So,
breaking up, Jerry.
oh, so I'll just talk. Is this better, guys?
Okay, good.
Yeah, we can hear
So,
you.
like one thing you can do with Grok is you could say something to the effect of, "Hey, I would like." You could say something to the effect like, "I would like to have a professional sounding email that targets a professional audience." Or you could say, "I would like a more casual tone to my writing." Or you could say, I am just wanting to speak at a get together with friends and family. And then what will happen is it will actually adjust the tone based on like prompts like that. Okay. So um, I like to use it myself. You could research something like if you have a question about JAWS, for example. Hey, how do I do this in JAWS? You could type that into your Grok, and then it will tell you, you know, how to do the thing that you're looking for in JAWS. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. Question, Jerry.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What's your question?
Oh, in the beginning, you said speak to it. Is this something you can do verbally, or because it's
It,
on the computer?
right,
So,
but it's got an option if you have a microphone over your desktop. Yes, you could speak to it.
so if I want to write a letter to somebody, I write it or I speak it the way I feel that
Or
I
what?
say verbally, and then I connect it in and I can make it either way. It's very professional, uh,
Casual.
middle of the road.
Yep.
Wow. I like that.
And the thing is, you can just say, here's the points I want to get across. Can you craft this letter for me? And then it will actually create the rest of the letter, incorporating what you really want to say in it, where you don't have to come up with every word even for your letter, for example. Okay. So you could say,
Like
hey,
if you said, I don't like your attitude, or I think you're dumb, it'll correct it so it sounds like not as nasty as you would if you just said words like that.
well, I mean, it can, yes. But for example, if you know that you want to send an email letter out, for example, that says to a group of professionals that you're involved with, that you're having a get together in person at a restaurant at 8 p.m. You could say the name. You could say the name. Hey, I want to convey, that I would like everyone to come to this restaurant, and put the name of the restaurant, and at this time, and that this is something that's not maybe an ordinary message. It's got to sound professional because this is to a professional group of people, and it would draft the complete letter for you then, keeping in mind those things that you said about the restaurant, the time, and that it's not a normal meeting.
All
Okay.
right.
So does that make sense now to you guys?
Does me.
All right.
All right. So I like to go through Google Chrome for Grok. So how would I go about doing that, Lester?
Well, going through, you would do Windows D,
Search box edit.
do
Windows
first
Screen
D.
share
letter.
escape.
Hold on. Windows D.
Windows D. Folder view list view. Zoom meetings. 28 of 20.
Okay.
You start the recording, Jerry?
Never quit it.
He
Oh,
never quit it. He just kept it going.
okay.
So Windows
You
D.
you do first letter location. As
So
Google, you would do G.
G.
okay, I don't have it on my desktop, so
Okay.
G.
Then
Search
I
box
would
edit.
I would back out of that and do Windows by itself.
okay.
That's a search program. Then what is it? It starts with an R.
G. Google Chrome. App. Press right to view options. One
Yeah,
of
you
one.
got Google Chrome.
Enter. Grok Google Chrome. Grok Google
I
Chrome.
do not have it
Grok
on my
Google Chrome page.
desktop.
Grok. Main.
Okay. So I already have Grok here, but I would make sure I'm on the search engine, right?
Yes.
And I can verify that by doing the Alt D. Is that right?
Alt D or Alt V?
Alt D is in dog.
Okay. Alt D.
Is that correct? Anybody?
Yeah.
No, you're searching it, or you're trying to find the correct
To
spelling?
verify that I'm in the search box.
But did you all need to go to the search box, guys?
Alt S
Is it really?
Alt S.
for search.
No.
To go to your search.
D.
Wait a minute, listen, guys. The question is, he wants to go to his edit box for and his Google search. How would he get there?
That'd be Alt D.
Alt D, really? That takes you to your edit box, Mr.
No,
Todd?
hold on. My brain just.
John's iPhone has joined the meeting.
Join the meeting.
So Alt D is the correct answer. Gets you on any browser, gets you up into your search box.
The address bar, Alt D.
Mm-hmm.
But the search box is the edit.
Well, it's your address search box.
You didn't say it. You just said search box.
Yeah, well, that's a search box.
The address box and search box are combined into one.
All right. So we do that. I don't have to do that right now, but if I did, I'd type out Grok, GROK.com, and it will take me right to it. And what it does is put you right into the edit field.
Blank.
Now, if you do an insert up arrow or
Ask Grok anything edit. Blank.
Been having an affair for several, 6, 7 months.
671, I don't know. Okay, so as soon as you're in there, you're in the edit field for Grok. When you get in there,
Okay.
if you insert up arrow, it's not going to say anything.
Blank.
It's going to say blank.
Right.
If I insert tab,
Grok anything edit. Blank.
tells me what's the edit field's about.
Hey, Bill, could you slow down the speed just a little bit, please?
Slower. Slow. Blank.
That's slow.
Is it too slow?
Faster. Ask Grok anything.
Is that better?
Yes, sir.
Who's that background noise coming from?
John,
Probably Tuesday
Can you-
night.
Can you mute your microphone for right now?
Yeah. I can turn the TV off.
Thank you.
Ask Grok anything.
So we're in the Ask Grok question. Now, we can do flat out searching for all kinds of information with Grok. We can ask it,
How do I get to an edit field using JAWS?
okay.
Rather, no word list has been Grok. PFP button. Main
Dang it.
P. Rewrite with open Grok. Ask Grok anything edit. Space.
Okay.
Space.
Some reason it wasn't in the edit field. So what was it you wanted, Jerry?
How?
To a search box
T-
or an edit
two.
box using JAWS.
How to
You.
use the edit box or
U.
How
The edit
to
box.
get to it?
Using
How to-
JAWS.
G T get O to A N E D I T edit B O S F box
box?
U I G use J W was
And how would you like that? A descriptive paragraph or a lesson plan or what?
I would no, not a lesson plan. I would just like it a detailed and individually.
A S A D T A I L E D detailed. Ulysses
That's a
Gomez has
detailed,
joined the meeting.
Detailed instructions.
INSTRUCTIONS.
And then once you've done that, you can either tab if you think you want to do a deep thought, or you can just say enter.
Instructions. Enter. Ask
Okay.
Grok anything edit. Blank.
Then you just wait, right? Give it a little time to do its thing. Now, if I'm editing stuff that I put in there that I want to edit, it does it pretty quick. Like if you're asking it to do spell check and grammar and write it professionally for you, those kind of things it does real quick because it doesn't really have to do much internet searching. So you wait about a minute or two, then you arrow down. So now I don't know because it doesn't give you indications when it's done. So I'm just going to start arrowing down.
Attach button. Deep search toggle. Change mode button. Think toggle button. Grok 3 button. Unlabeled 4 but main region. Group start. Grammarly dash in. Left brace. Group and grammar. Group and Grammarly dash
So as you
integration.
noticed, it's still thinking. So if I want to enter the edit box as a JAWS user to
Philip
start
Rich has joined the meeting.
getting into this,
Navigating edit.
looks like we should have waited a little longer, Jerry. They all start coming in after we get started.
That's okay, no?
So you're going to want to just
Address.
tab,
Search with
okay?
Google Lens.
and you're
Install.
going to keep
Bookmark.
tabbing
Home.
until
New
you
chat.
get to a thing
Share
called
conver.
edit.
History. P. Edit button.
Right there where it says edit button. If I hit enter here on the edit button, it's going to throw me right into the edit field of Grok.
Enter. Enter prompt here edit. Contains text.
Now I'm going to arrow down.
Cancel button.
Now it always says that because you may want to say, forget it, I don't want this.
Save button.
You can save it. We don't even know what it is yet.
25 web pages.
So now it's telling me it went through 25 web pages so far.
Navigating to an edit box using the JAWS screen reader involves specific keyboard commands and techniques to ensure efficient and accurate interaction.
And it gets started right into it.
With form fields on a web page or application, below are detailed. Using a Windows operating system and a compatible web browser left .g, Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, or Firefox right or application. These instructions are Designed for users with varying levels of familiarity with JAWS. Designed for users with varying levels of familiarity with JAWS. Separator heading Level 3 Prerequisites List of 5 items. 1. JAWS installation: ensure JAWS is installed and running. You can download it from link Freedom Scientific's website.
So as it goes through, because it's detailing it in instructions, it's telling you what it is, then it's giving you websites and links to the various areas that it's got its information from. And as we go down further, you're going to notice
And
it's going to give us
3 home 3
directions.
keyboard familiarity:
But first it's giving us a breakdown right here
navigation
of the
link
different
JAWS blank 4 JAWS
JAWS keystrokes that we'll be using and all that. And then it goes into instructions when we get to the end. I'm not going to run through them all, make you guys listen to this whole lesson plan because it's a pretty long one. If I wanted to change it, let's say, right? I got options where I can mess around with this.
Ooh, okay. So can you tell just to give me a summary
Of what? Options?
what it just gave me? To say, can you summarize this for me?
Yes, we can go back up into the GROK thing and summarize the instructions. But I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is, like I said, with when I utilize this for doing teaching lessons and plans, because I'm not going to just go by what GROK says. I want to jazz it up according to how I want it. So it works for me. So what I do is I like to open up a Word
search
document,
box Word, enter
right?
new templates list, escape.
So as you guys saw, I opened up Word. And when I
Right.
got in there, I hit escape to get me into the edit field. Now I'm going to go back to GROK.
Navigating edit boxes with JAWS dash how to get cancel but save 25.
So when you're in the edit field here, you can utilize your JAWS commands for copy. So what is the one you think I want to use right now?
Want to copy it?
How do we copy something using our
Control
keyboard?
V.
Control C.
Okay. Control C is copy, yes, but there's something I got to do first.
That's
Select it.
I have to select
what
it.
you want.
So am I going to select just what I want or
Everything in there.
yeah, select everything because I can edit it in the Word document. It's quicker and easier to navigate it because inside the GROK edit fields, it can be a little glitchy at times.
Selected
And I'm not saying glitchy
11696
as
characters up to.
I'm not saying glitchy as in it's not navigable. It just can be slower than navigating in a Word document.
Copy
everything.
selection to clipboard.
Yeah.
Document 1 dash
By the way,
Word.
select
Document.
everything, by the way.
What's that?
Selects everything, by the way, for you guys.
Yeah.
Pasted from clipboard.
So now I got pasted in here.
Page 10.
So,
Paste recovery. Paste escape. Think. Misspelled. How can GROK help? Blank. Blank.
so always at the end, GROK always says, "How can GROK help?" And it has all this other stuff.
Selected.
Always delete
Selected.
that right
Blank. Image picture link. Image picture F1 using JAWS in various contexts. If you encounter issues, use misspelled FS companion left paren insert plus space bar.
And that was the last directions in this document. So here we can navigate our Word document, has everything that GROK wrote.
Page
Go to the
1.
top.
Top of file. Blank. Picture 25 nav and tap Google users with varying levels of familiarity.
So it's back to the beginning from what I had
Google
read for
Chrome
you guys.
JAWS. Assuming you are using a Windows op.
Okay. So I can do all my editing and stuff and go through this step by step. I can make
Selected.
changes.
J.
Because even GROK is going to spell, like if you're doing voiceover, it spells voiceover as one word, and you'll get it as a misspelling. Even though voiceover is one word on most directions online. But for reading purposes with
Selected.
JAWS,
AWS.
stop that.
Selected.
Dang it. My navigation key is not working right. Okay. So when you're utilizing this, you can do everything you can in Word to make changes to your GROK information, okay? Now let's say I change stuff up, right? I can copy this, what I got here with the changes I made.
Navigating edit boxes with
Go
JAWS
back to GROK.
dash Google Chrome.
Come on. I lost my JAWS.
Did you lose focus or JAWS completely?
I lost JAWS completely.
Right.
Isn't that nice? Yeah, give me a second to get it back.
You got to reload JAWS. Speech.
All right, guys. How do I shut down? Oh, here it comes. Nope.
Fusion enabled.
There we go.
Back, yay!
I'm back, and then it's not talking again.
Wow. Yeah, it just said no. No, you're not.
It's just saying, ah. Okay, hey, how do I turn off Fusion? Anybody?
Or JAWS, it's the same thing.
No, it has different. Yeah, I can do insert F4 for JAWS, but it's not going to do that for Fusion.
That's true.
I can do layer key, right?
Insert spacebar 4.
Yeah, but it's
Yep.
not going to work because my JAWS is not working.
Hey, Bill.
Yes.
It's Ulysses. What were you discussing? Because I came in a few minutes late.
That's too bad for you. You'll have to listen to the recording, okay?
My goodness, I'm leaving.
No, you're fine, Mr. Bill. We're talking about GROK. It's a AI assistant.
Gotcha. Yeah. So Bill was.
Did Phil really leave?
Fusion 2025 home.
Okay.
Caps lock off. Caps lock on. Post attendee zoom in one more page personal Microsoft Edge. Post attendee zoom Microsoft Edge. Post attendee zoom Microsoft Edge page. Post attendee zoom.
I'm gonna stop sharing.
I'm
See what
pushing my
that does.
control button to make it shut up.
I cannot because it's not working.
Don's here too. Hey, Don.
I heard your
Hi.
comment.
I
Hey,
know.
Don,
I
it's
heard her
Ulysses.
laughing.
24. Fusion 2025 home. Magnifier tab. Zoom windows. Zoom level edits. Caps lock. Navigating edit box. Document 1 Word. Screen sharing meeting controls. Screen sharing.
He has stopped screen sharing.
Okay. Now my shit's working.
Okay, you don't have to share your screen. You can
Yeah.
tell us what you're doing.
I hate when it does that.
I do too.
Okay, so I can take it back to GROK and I have to tab over to, it's called a new, what I want to do is I want to regenerate it. So I'm going to regenerate like it's a whole new thing. Okay. And the thing it's called, and God, I can't remember the damn name of it.
You're having it reanalyze it?
Okay.
Navigating edit boxes with Google Chrome. Navigating edit boxes with
Yeah, it's doing it again. So I'm just gonna. Okay. So I'm just if you tab up to the top again, it says new something like along the lines of new topic. Okay. You may have to tab it and then to the top again to get to it as a JAWS user. You hit enter on it and it'll be back in the edit field with a blank slate. So you copy and paste what you just did with all the changes you had and you want to refine it some more. Put it in the GROK thing and edit by telling it what refineries you want to do to it. So, any questions on what I did
So for
utilizing
example,
the grok?
Yeah, one question. Can't you just go to the edit field and type something new?
You can.
Hmm.
Now, if you don't click on new topic, right? New,
Yeah.
it's going to expand off of what you did and add it
Oh,
to what, you know,
so
whatever
it's
new
like gonna
topic you have.
continue the discussion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you'll have the old, like you'll have the first part and then it'll, whatever changes you added to it, or if you hit deep thought again, or, you know, have it
Okay,
think
so
again,
to
it'll add.
generate new topic is like starting from scratch,
Exactly. Yes.
starting over.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that way you don't, because I've had it combine two different things into one, and I'm like, going, what the
Yeah.
hell is this? So I like to regenerate it back to just fresh, so that way I keep my brain, especially since I'm using Word and going back and forth to Grok and Word.
Hmm.
You do not have to do that because Grok has its own edit thing, just like it's kind of set up like a PDF, how PDFs are. You have
Hmm.
your fonts and all that at the top, and you can do all that stuff and edit all the same ways as if you're in a PDF. But I find it easier using Word to do those kind of editings that I want to put into it because Grok doesn't always put things in a format that I like. Any
that's the
other questions?
but that's the flexibility too, is that you can actually put it in Word, change it a bit, and put it back over.
Yeah, that's the flexibility of it, and which is what I love about it because with the way I like to do my apricot, well, they call it apricot, my attendance and stuff. Grok does it a different way. So I go into Word and I tweak it a little bit, and I utilize how Grok put in the fancy words, like the Philly words that make me sound like I'm a genius.
Hey, Bill.
Yes.
It's Ulysses again. I'm enjoying this class. It's informative. Did you have to go into the website and type in Grok in order to get into it by creating a new Word document, just like if you were to do it in Microsoft Word?
No,
No?
no. So we go into Grok from the beginning since you weren't here. How did we
Okay.
get into Grok there, Lester?
I wasn't here, so I was.
That's right.
Windows. We use
Window.
Windows, the W,
Mhm.
let it open, and put Grok in it.
Grok,
So you get that,
grok.com, yeah.
open up your browser and type in grok.com, hit
Yes.
enter, and it'll get you in there. It may
Also, can
ask
you
you
use
to,
like
yeah,
Google Chrome?
yeah, Google Chrome or
Uh
Edge. It
huh.
may ask you to make an account.
Okay.
And again, the account is only because they're going to utilize whatever you're typing into it to better their responses with the AI.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
A
Okay.
question about the account. When you sign up for the account, do you use your real email
Yes,
address, or you can use a
You can use
disposable
any
one?
one of the emails addresses that you
it's
have
got to
a
be a real one
disposable
though.
one, but
Okay.
yeah, you can't just make up one.
Okay. Well, it can be one as long as it's real one.
Yeah, like I have dummy ones,
Yeah,
I have ones that I use for all that kind of stuff, and that's what I
like an
give it.
alias.
But now
Kinda.
to
Yeah.
tell you something,
Yeah.
Bill uses Grok, but I actually pay for Grok. So I have the paid version of Grok, which does give you better results. It gives you more processing stuff with the paid version. But
More features too.
yes, a few
Hmm.
more.
Hmm.
Like it, you could do what it said when the free version you can do a thing called think to make it, you know, where you go back and go over it just to make sure. But then there's a thing called deep search, which is available on Super Grok, which is not
Yeah.
available on the free version.
Well, on the Grok 3, you get deep think, so it thinks deeper, does a deeper dive on your whatever it is. So you only get two choices. His version gives you a little an extra choice. So it does a little deeper dive. So the deep thought, all it does is say, okay, I don't like exactly what you pulled out, so think again. So it thinks some more and does some more searches. I've had it do it. You can do it multiple times too. You can keep making it
Yep.
think
Yep.
and keep thinking until you get the response that you want out of it or the information you want. I had to do it like a bunch of times with doing some Mac lessons plans because it was giving me all the wrong keystrokes.
And as Bill can tell you, Bill was looking for something about the Mac, and I used the Super Grok, and then
And he
it
got
gave
the
me
answer, and I
an
wasn't
answer,
getting it. Yeah.
and he couldn't find anybody that could give him the answer.
Right. And with just using the free version of Grok, it was giving me the wrong answer. It was to get on the ribbon in Word. So on a Mac, and it's kind of weird because people get confused on a Mac where if you want to get from on a Word document to the ribbon, it's just like going to the menu bar because it adds the ribbon to the menu bar.
Yes.
So you don't realize that you're in the actual ribbon. It tells you you're in the menu bar and you're like, what the, like so some weird things that are different when you're on a Mac, but it's there and it's doable.
What is that noise?
Now, other things like when you're on Grok, you have these little choices at the top. And Jerry,
Turn it on.
since I can't navigate it, do you have Grok open?
I can open it.
Yeah, open it up. Because right at before, like after you do a search or ask it a question on above that, there's a bunch of choices like to tell it you want to go to a new question, right? There's some other choices that are there along the top for Grok.
Not tell you exactly what those are.
Mm-hmm.
A Super Grok.
Menus.
So
Boxes with drawers dash top dash Google Chrome. Navigating edit boxes with drawers dash top dash Google Chrome. Navigating edit boxes with drawers dash top dash Google Chrome page.
okay, so I have a place where it says create image,
Yeah.
research, edit image,
Mm-hmm.
personas, which means what tone you want, and workspaces.
So you see those little editing tools? It's like I would call them. They're right there.
Yeah.
So you can, like, let's say we want to create a song. So we gave it a topic, it searched it, it created a verses. We can give it a tone. We can add a picture graphic. So maybe some kind of cartoon, we can have it add to it.
Yep, so you can create a cartoon image and you can also edit that image as well.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Utilizing these little editing tools at the top. So you can keep expanding on it and keep it. You can also, with the free version, I don't know if you can save anything. I haven't tried saving anything. But with Jerry's version, the paid version, you can save stuff and come back to it and revamp or change it to bigger and better things. Any kind of questions on those things? Now, those navigating them are simple as what are our basic navigating keys, strokes? Lester,
Yes, sir.
what are our basic navigating keys?
Uh,
Jaws.
Control D, Control S.
No.
Arrow keys.
Basic navigating keys for JAWS. It's the same as Windows. Todd?
Go ahead.
Arrow keys.
Arrow
Caps.
keys. What else?
Caps. Control keys.
Our basic navigating keys. So we got 4 of them out of 5. So up, down, right, left. What's the last one? Tab.
Okay.
Basic navigating keys. They work for everything.
Oh, that's basic.
Yes, basic. Hey, who said caps lock? You embarrass me.
Dude, Don did.
Embarrassing, Don. That's just embarrassing.
Don, are you on a laptop? Is that what you're thinking?
I am on a laptop.
She's running NVDA, I think.
I am not.
Okay. So yes, tab and the arrow key. So tab gets us through everything on the GROK, even through the edit fields where you can make your edits. And GROK utilizes what editor? Did you guys notice when we're navigating through it?
Anybody? Mario?
Kind of like it's kind of like a pretty popular editing format. Now everybody got quiet. Oh God, popular one. I don't know any of this. That's just
Now here I'll give you a clue. Like one thing could be an outline. I'm not saying that this is, but that would be what could be an outline.
Can you rephrase the question, please? Or
okay, there are
different
different tools out there to edit your documents after you type it for spell check and stuff like that. Other than JAWS's spell check and Word spell check, there are these programs, and GROK utilizes one of these tools in the edit field down below when it gives you the information. What is it? It's pretty popular.
Great, you'll say, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, I know. Once you say the name, oh yeah. Anybody? Come on. Someone's got to know it. What are some of the? It starts with a G, just like GROK.
Google?
No.
His own thing.
It has a GR too, just like GROK. GRA.
You're going to give them all of it in a minute.
I know. Oh God.
GRAPE?
Grapply? It might rhyme with grapply.
Grammarly?
Grammarly. Yes.
Oh, I thought you said it was on the key.
Grammarly?
Grammarly.
I've never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Heard of Grammarly?
You never heard of Grammarly? They like sell it on everything.
Never like
When you're
grandma.
online, or if you're on Facebook, or if you're on just everywhere, they sell Grammarly.
Huh.
How much have you been drinking, Don?
Nothing.
Or eating?
One.
Yes, Grammarly.
Grammarly.
Grammarly is you can get it for free, just like GROK, and utilize it, but you get more benefits if you pay the subscription fee. Because they always want to keep something from you.
It's always behind the paywall.
Of course.
But it does a pretty good job. I have it running in the background with all my spell check stuff, and it picks up stuff that spell check doesn't get. So it does good for me, even in the free version.
Yeah, and with Grammarly, you can also tell it what tone you're looking to portray.
It's in the front.
Oh.
You could say, I want a professional tone. You could tell it what type of formats, but GROK is just so much nice.
Which is be great for you there, Darren, when you write up your attendances there, Darren. You throw it in here, and then after you throw it in, you copy and paste it into this GROK.
Right.
You tell it to write it professionally, correct the grammar and spelling, and hit enter. And bada boom, it puts it in a better setting, and it writes it up a whole lot more professionally.
And then you can copy it back over to your Word then.
Right. So basically cut and paste back and all that works for that.
Exactly. Yes.
All right. So we can tab back and forth, right?
How do we get back and forth between open programs? Anybody?
Alt tab.
Alt tab. There you go.
Alt tab.
Yes.
Very good. So yes, and then all the copy and paste stuff works. So you'll select all, and then
just like I'm working with Apricot.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Got
Just
it.
utilize the GROK. It'll help you You
I
know,
was
you can even just put your notes in there and tell it, write this up for me. You know,
right.
tell it how you want it and all that,
Well,
and then
maybe they should implement that into Apricot.
yeah,
Apricot AI.
it's the Chinese secret, man.
I'm serious.
Ancient Chinese secret.
No, what I knew you were kind of go. It kind of sounded like was what we were doing, at
Y-
work too. So that's cool. That's very
Yeah,
helpful. Yeah,
I actually did it
absolutely.
with my notes this week today,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it was really helpful.
Okay. Another layer.
Another layer of work for you to do there.
But
Just
but you
no,
know what?
actually, it saved me a bunch of time, man. It actually did.
Yeah.
Even though it's another layer, it
Right.
actually it cut my work in half.
You didn't have to
So
think it out as much,
Well,
and
you don't have to worry about your
exactly.
spelling
Yeah.
errors. You
right,
don't have to worry
None
about.
of,
right.
yeah, just type it out and then throw it in there and say, write it professionally for me. As long
Yeah.
as you have all your, that you ran them through it 3 times or whatever percentages, it'll put it all in the right format, in the right sequence and everything.
Got it. No, that's good.
Mm-hmm. So something that get used to it because it will save you a lot of
No, yeah,
headache.
I know. I think you and I both are going to be using it for the same reason, maybe someday here again, if you know what I
Y-
mean.
Oh yeah, I'll be using it from now on for sure.
Yeah.
Now,
So,
at first, when I told Bill about it, he's like, you're crazy, man.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, because it seemed like a lot of work to me.
sure.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
it's
because
not, it's not,
at
yeah.
that time, Bill, you were under stress already, at that point in time, I'm sure when it was brought up to you and you're like, I don't got time for that.
Yeah. It's like that.
And now he
Yeah.
goes, boy, I don't have time not to use it.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. Make time to use it, in other words.
Yeah. But as you guys use it, you'll find um the more you play with it, the more you're going to expand off of it, the more you're going to utilize it for
Right.
different things. So
Right.
Grok so far and what is it? Chat
GPT.
Chat GTP.
GPT. PP
ChatGPT.
pop PT pop poop. Yep. And you'll be better for it, I'll tell you.
Bless you. I got a question.
No questions from the peanut gallery today.
Okay.
No.
I've had enough problems. No.
I'm a
Go ahead.
walnut, not a peanut.
Yeah.
All right. The walnuts are okay.
Okay. I make phone calls to people to remind them about a meeting, and they're called voicemails. And it tells about the time of the meeting, the code, the telephone numbers, the IDs, and in between it tells who's gonna who's the guest and all of that. Will that program you're talking about make that sound more professional?
Yes. So you copy and paste it into the Grok edit field. And then type in, after you pasted it, type in make more professional. Check grammar and spelling,
Wait,
right? And then hit enter. Then you'll arrow down after about a minute or two, and it'll be right there for you to read.
Awesome.
Now, what I did earlier was ask it a question, so it takes a little longer to generate to be able to navigate down, arrow down into it. If you go too early, you're going to have to tab to the edit field and then hit enter on edit, and then you'll be in the edit field. So be aware of that as you use it. And
I'm going
it's
to ask you.
real simple there, Les. So it's
Yeah.
after you do it a few times, you'll be a pro.
Can you send me a spelling of that, please?
Who do we get?
George Romeo Oscar King.com.
Do you got your Victor reader with you?
Yes, I do. Go ahead, talk among yourselves. I'll be right with you.
Okay. So, anybody have any news that happened this week?
Yes, I saved a lot of money by switching to Geico.
I got a question for you, Mr. Ritchie. This is driving me nuts, man. Uh, you know how Braille Institute sends you emails about their workshops and stuff?
Yeah.
Well, I am having a difficult time signing up through their through Microsoft Teams or Zoom or whatever. But when I hit register or whatever the heck it is, it alerts me. It says Ulysses, whatever you dog, whatever has been used. Why in the heck is that?
Means you're already signed in.
Huh?
Means
To
you're already signed
register,
in. You already
you only have to
registered.
you only have to register once, and then you just got to sign in afterwards.
Yeah.
Those are two different distinct things. Okay. Once you first time you registered, that made you as a acceptable member to their little thing.
Uh-huh.
So then when they send you a link, you just have to go to the sign in, not the register.
But it's not allowing me to do that.
I guarantee you, if you go to grok.com and you type in how to do that, Grok would tell you exactly how to do it.
So when you go to where are you going to sign in?
I get emails from the Braille Institute because they have like workshops and stuff.
So what are you linking in to sign in, or are you linking into through their Teams?
Through Teams.
Okay. Make sure you're not on the link because they're right by each other.
Oh, okay.
The one for the new sign in. Make sure you go into the one to go to the site, right?
Okay.
Then it'll ask you for the sign in because you already
Okay.
created it, and just sign in.
Okay.
Give it a try. Just
All right then.
take your time too. Just make sure you know where you're at.
Yeah, because I tried to register and it tells me that it has been used several times.
It's because you're already registered.
All right then.
That's what we're telling you. You're already registered. All you have to do is sign in. So don't go to registry.
No? Okay.
No, good. No, what register is it? Just a fancy word of saying you signed up for their service already.
Yeah, for the workshops. Yeah.
So now you just go to the sign in.
Oh, sign in. Okay. Got you.
And if you forget, you can always go to grok.com and you could,
Grok.com. Okay.
yep, and then you could ask them how to do it there.
Okay. For sure.
All right.
Are you ready?
I have used that program actually to help me figure a little bit of my coding out when I get stuck sometimes.
I know you can have it write the coding.
But I don't need that.
All right, Lester, you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Press and play.
Go right ahead, Bill.
Okay. Do you want it phonetically too?
No.
Okay. G as in giraffe. R as in Romeo. O as in Oscar. K as in
Kilo.
kilo. Okay. Dot. C as in cat. O as in Oscar. And M as in Mary. Got it?
Got it.
All right.
Pause recording.
Oh, have fun with it. Yeah, I find it easier using Grok than Chat GPT.
Yeah, GPT.
I actually
Yeah.
used to pay for Chat GTP, but the results on Grok have been better, so that's why I switched over.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's why I was like hesitant is the chat. Didn't like the way it navigated everything. Even though you can navigate it, it seemed overwhelming. Grok simplified it. I like the way it's laid out. Even though it's a little bit when you first use it as a JAWS user, You kind of have to work through it to get used to how it's laid out. But once you've gone through it a few times, it's no problem. Pretty straightforward.
I've got another
Anybody?
question.
Okay, here we go.
Since I have that camera with the microphone,
Hmm.
just curiosity, if I go to this program, can I take my Victor Stream, hold it up to the microphone, and have it recorded into that GROK and have it typed up?
If you utilize the microphone, yeah.
Okay. I got to figure out how I can do that. Or I'm just better off getting a separate mic altogether, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I got a lot of things on my Victor, and they're a pain in the butt to sit there and read them and type them up. If I could put them directly into the computer,
Do you know how to use the pause button?
yeah, I use that many a times.
Okay. So you have it talk a few words and then you pause it and type it.
Yeah, but I'm lazy. That's the wrong way to do it.
That's how I used to have to do it, man.
I was going to hire a young girl about 64, 65.
There you go. Give her the recordings.
Yes.
Make her type it out.
Yep.
Don, you free?
Ooh. See? She
In the
muted you.
bathroom.
Oh. Yeah. She falls in, tell her she's on her own.
I told her to
Sink or
ask
swim.
I told her to ask for me. She'd get a better seat.
Oh, just to let you know, though, Mr. Les,
Yes.
currently, if you download the iOS version of GROK, it does have the mic, the where you could speak into it or put your recorder up to it. However, on Windows right now, it's in beta, so it's not been fully released yet.
Okay.
So that is just something to keep in mind. Okay.
Yes. Or I could learn how to hook the Victor Stream up to my computer and do it direct.
Yes, you can.
Well, I heard what you said there, but once again, did you hear the word that it's in beta, so it hasn't been released yet on the
So
computer?
it's a shame that he doesn't have Fusion because there's a little thing on there that actually records text or
Text to speech.
speech to text, yeah, and
Oh,
text to
speech
speech.
to text.
So kind of cool. It's a little, they call it recording, but it's not. It doesn't record it. It takes it copies
It's
it,
not
copies the words and puts it into text.
But I thought you could plug the Victor Stream into the computer and have it read all your.
You can, but it's not going to put it in text for you
Oh.
It's in that's
unless you're putting it like an ebook into the Victor Reader. The Victor Reader will read an ebook to you, but vice versa, it won't. It won't
Okay.
change words into text.
Okay, I will look into that. I may be calling you guys. Hey,
Okay.
how do I?
There's a AI note taker, Otter. It records things. You can play your Victor Reader and have the Otter app on your phone record it, and it will put it into text, which you could send to yourself in an email. And get it on your computer and your however you want to save it, copy and paste it however you want to save it, note, Word, pad, or notepad, or what have you.
We're going to have a class on that because I don't know how to get into that.
Get into what?
What you're talking about.
You don't know how to download an app from the App Store?
No, I don't.
Wow.
I
It's
have a
simple.
daughter that
Let's tell Siri to do it.
So I was just gonna tell him and say, you talk to Alexa a lot. You have something against Siri?
no,
Excuse me.
she's cute.
So you just say, "Hey Siri, look for Otter in the App Store," and then she looks for it, and if she finds it, then you just swipe to get,
Yeah.
right?
You double tap and you got it.
You got it. Yeah.
It's
You
a
gotta
piece of
learn.
cake to get it.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta use Siri more, right?
And then we'll have to walk through it with you on how to utilize it. But you should be able, if you can navigate your phone, you should be able to navigate any app that you get out of the App Store because it all navigates the same way. The only difference is the what's on the app itself, right?
Yeah.
Which anybody, sighted or not sighted, has to do when they first get a new app. They have to navigate it, get the feel of what's there, what things I can utilize, and then play with it.
Hey, maybe I could get Mario to type that up for me with his new computer because it's so fast.
Oh yeah, that's right, huh?
Absolutely.
You hear that? That's on Mario.com. He'll type up anything for any.
Mario Brusco.
I think he left.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, hey, Mario.
Hi.
See you listening.
We're going to get Mario to do a lot of stuff with his new fast computer.
Yeah, he's gonna make all kinds of background noise for us. Mm-hmm.
You believe that?
Have to have some sort of song that when somebody comes on,
We're gonna have him create a theme song for the group.
yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
The Misfits.
All right, so that's basically everything about Grok. Most of it is nothing really like they like to sell you on. We got classes to get you into AI and stuff. Just a way to make money. You can utilize Grok just by jumping in on it and playing with it. Because the more you play with it, the more you see, oh, I can do this. Oh, I can do that. Oh, I can do this. You don't need a class to tell you, oh, this is how you go over here and you change the pictures, and you don't need anything like that. Especially with a lot of these things. Now, if you're gonna be utilizing it for, let's say, graphics design and stuff, yeah, you might want to take a course how to utilize it for graphics design. But if you're an average user, you don't have to take no course on how to use these AI machines.
Can you use Grok if you're going to be going to college, Mr. Ritchie? That's the question as well that I have.
You can.
Nice.
Why, yeah, why couldn't you?
Teachers can't tell the difference unless they know you're writing.
Okay.
And a thing that you can also do, just in case you didn't know, you could actually, like, when you go to college, a lot of times,
Has left the meeting.
Come on, man.
a lot of times when you're in college, they ask you to write what's called APA format.
Okay.
Grok can actually do that.
Yep.
Really? Nice.
With doing all the proper citations and everything for you.
Ah.
So if you could also give it, like some teachers like to just give you the I want double spacing, double line spacing,
Yeah.
and I want it in Romeric,
Word.
whatever. They give you all how they want it typed out. Or you can give it that all the information there, put in your info, and have it type out something for you. All right, and it'll do all the research too.
Ah, cool.
Does this Grok or whatever it is, does it have a place
No,
can...
not croc. Not your crotch. Grok.
Oh, rock. Like rock and roll.
Yes, but with a G.
GR, Grok.
Just
rock.
Bill, just like ape a crotch.
Yeah.
There you go. A favorite program.
Does it have an area where you can go in and it will tell you what it can do and what it can't do? Or
Well, you can type in there what all can you help me with, and they'll tell you.
Okay.
Well, that's opening up a can of worms.
Yeah.
Because it can do a lot.
Mm-hmm. They can pretty much do everything. But like I said, you're going to want to look at it and go over it before you just send it away or like don't
Yeah.
don't trust it, in other words.
Because they do sometimes give out what's called phantom responses, which is inaccurate responses. Not too often, but it does happen.
Mm-hmm. And then it might put out information that you didn't necessarily want in the paper as well. So you
Right.
can go through it.
So
Make it your own, and that way you're not, if a teacher ever does say, "Oh, you use an AI." No, I didn't. I did research just like everybody else. I just happened to have an AI find the research for me, and I made it my own.
Yeah.
So that's perfectly good.
Yeah.
So if I want to copy one of these voicemails, I cut it and paste it into the computer. Then when I open up Rock or Crotch or Crotch, whatever, I open it up. I go to where I'm supposed to go. And what do? Just put it into there, or you got to type it in?
Then if you've already copied it,
Then you just paste and cut it, or paste it into the program.
right?
Yeah.
And then afterwards, you could say something like, check for spelling errors and proper punctuation, and make it sound professional.
Remember how I was saying I always like to have Word open up next to it?
Yes.
So I find it easier to type stuff up in Word and do whatever I want to prepare it and then throw it into Grok, copy, paste. Tell Grok what I want it to do with it. Right? Grok, make me a genius. Ching. Actually, that's what I did for you, Lester. The directions I gave you,
Yes.
I used Grok.
Wow.
So that's how it typed it up for me. I just cleaned it up a little bit and then copied it and pasted it into the email for you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It works good.
They made me a genius.
Yes. I said, wow. Bill spent a lot of time on this.
I sure did. A whole 5 minutes.
Get the vacuum.
You sure it wasn't 6?
Sticks. Why so grockety? Is grockety a word, Phil? He ran away. Grockety.
Yes.
It is a word?
Mm.
Grockety is not a word.
Is grockety
Grockety is the word of the day.
Grockety.
From
Grockety is brought to you by the
Wikipedia.org.
letter G.
It is an English word and exists in Webster's, although it does not in French.
It's a
Grockety.
British word. It
French
sounds
word.
French, but it isn't French.
Sounds French, but it isn't French. Very
Yeah.
good.
Seriously.
Broccoli. I thought that was a stuttered person's name for broccoli.
Well, maybe broccoli, but we were saying broccoli.
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 Grokka 1, Grokka 2, Grokka 3.
Yes.
And there are 3 groks. There are 3 groks for every grok.
Yeah.
For some reason I knew Dawn would have busted up on that.
Now she's making supper.
Oh, is she?
I can see she's handling her pots. Now
What
that
are you?
was good.
What are you eating?
Pretzel.
Ah, hey
Pretzels.
Don, you're making me hungry already.
Cinnamon sugar pretzels.
Oh, sugar pretzels. Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, you guys make me share my ice cream. Why can't you make her share her pretzels?
Because you know
pretzels ice cream is way better.
because you never like to share with us anyhow, Les.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Dawn,
Uh-huh.
is that the long stick pretzels or the 8? They look like 8 pretzels.
They're Dot's hometown pretzels. They are the twisty ones.
Twisted pretzels.
Oh, the ones that look like letter B's.
All right. You guys have a good couple of weeks, and I'll talk to you when I get back from getting my dog.
Yeah, good
Oh,
luck,
hey,
buddy.
Todd.
Yeah, you have safe
Okay, Todd.
travel. Have a good time.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
And
Todd.
and
Have a good time, buddy.
and Todd,
What, Jerry?
don't forget when you get to the airport, tell them that you're blind, and they'll get you right up to where you need to be.
If you can't remember, put a big sign on your chest.
I'm over here.
Or you get pre-boarding because you're blind.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget use that, man, because it makes life easier on you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Way
They're gonna
easier.
insist to put you in a wheelchair, just so you know.
You'll be the first one on the plane, man.
Yes.
Right.
Todd.
Believe it.
They don't have a wheelchair big enough for him.
I
Yeah.
was just going to
Yes,
ask
they
that.
do.
Do they have a wheelchair big enough?
I don't
Yeah.
know. They
They
need to
should.
get no.
No, I don't.
They might pull him on one of those
Carts?
Yeah.
Those electric
carts where you
carts?
get the carts with the
All right,
luggage.
hold on, guys. Let me go ahead and stop this recording.
No, I didn't.
One
One of
second.
those flatbed electric carts.
Yes, one of those flat